The title of the speech is Old Habits Die Hard. Old Habits Die Hard, Youth Leader Tejas.
Our parents model behavior that we children innocently replicate. For example, my mom always used to give me a spoon of yogurt and sugar before going for any exam. According to her, it will help me fetch more marks, even if I had not studied anything for the exam. Youth leader of the day, the youth leaders, respected Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and dear parents. Good afternoon to one and all.
Good afternoon.
Whenever I ate that magic portion of yogurt and sugar, I was doomed to do badly in my exams and used to come back with a sad mood. But whenever I escaped eating it, I intentionally came home with a smiling face, saying, "Very easy paper, Mama. I just dropped it." Anyhow, whether I ate yogurt or not, my mark list always reflected the same average marks. 97, 98, 99, so on. How many of you, while walking, suddenly stop when a black cat crosses your way? Any? No one? Yes. How many of you fear the number 30? 13? No one? How many of your parents stop their car when either of the members sneezes? Okay, only one. So youth leaders, every day we come across such irrational superstitious beliefs which do not have any logical reasoning. They are seen as a sort of coping mechanism. For the gap between how much of our life we like to think we control versus how much we actually control. The roots of superstition are like the common cold spread everywhere, but I would like to summarize it into three main sources. First one, as I already told you, are our wonderful parents. Second one, it comes simply from the coincidences. When we do something or when something happens, we connect them and claim it as a coincidence. And when the same thing happens again and again, we become superstitious. Isn't it?
Yes.
That's how superstition comes into effect. During my 5th standard, I was a bit overweight. So, my mom always asked me to start using the skipping rope, girls' game. Skipping rope was not easy. I had to jump with my big tummy. And whenever my father was watching news on the TV, he adroitly and playfully told me, "Slowly, Tejas. Once you started jumping over here, I heard news on the TV." Even though he was just joking. And though I shrugged it off as a coincidence from my mind, I felt sorry for those people living there in Chile. But I somewhere had thought it got into my mind. Was it really my jumping which caused the earthquake? Then I said, okay, probably it's not due to my jumping, but what again if it's due to my jumping? Finally, I gave up skipping rope and started other exercises. But the tremors did not stop yet. It was then that I realized my jumping had nothing to do with any earthquake. Just coincidence happened here and there, and either it becomes a bad luck or a lucky charm for the rest of the life. And now, the third source of superstition comes from our ancestors. And these sometimes being inherited are long-lasting ones. When I was 7 years old, we went for a relative's marriage. Stayed there in a small village for lots of days, had lots of fun with my lots of new friends. Suddenly, the next day after the marriage, I found one of my friends to be missing. I asked everyone, "Where's John? Where is he?" No answers. Then I asked my dad. He said, "Keep quiet. Do not discuss about this. And do not go outside without my permission." I was scared. He was just following me at each and every way I went. Then we immediately left the place. But still, I was confused. What's wrong? I almost completely forgotten the incident. But when I heard the story of John, that poor child, it was horrifying. Youth leaders, John was kidnapped on the same day when they were enjoying the marriage and was killed. He was killed by a superstitious community believing that sprinkling of the blood of the poor child at the construction site will give the construction site a long-lasting strength. These kinds of construction beliefs are very dangerous in leaders. I just did not believe it. How could the people in the 21st century behave like this? Atrocious, I would say. So youth leaders, isn't it important to get rid of such superstitious beliefs?
Yes.
Why? Because old habits die hard. Yes, youth leaders, we need to give all such old habits which are superstitious because they conquer our mind, our psychology, and even our confidence. Our success and failure all starts depending on what we believe and not on our capability. So, if you want to get over it, I have 3 simple suggestions. First one, spend time with people who are not superstitious. Second one, learn about the superstitious belief that you believe in and try to get to its roots. And third one, be positive, spread awareness. So youth leaders, let us not take another John's life just to ward off the evils. Let us allow the poor cat to cross the road because it wants to. Let us love the numbers 13, 14, 15, 16, etc. because they're just numbers. So friends, with a little careful and critical thought, we can identify our own cages of superstition and can walk free of them because I believe fear blocks, but faith liberates. Over to you.